When I left Christianity and religion, I realized that man had created religion. Man had created the way we believe, the way we interpret beliefs, how we live our lives. I mean, back when people didn't know the difference between the supernatural, myths, and reality, we came up with stories that explained how the world came to be. We call them tall tales in America. In Greece, they call them Greek mythology. Wherever you are in the world, you have myths and religions that explain things that we couldn't explain at the time, but we can't explain it now. Well, for the most part, we can. And this is why I believe that since I became an atheist, man made God, man made religion, man made creationism, man made the races, the idea that one race is better than the other, that there are gender roles, and that women are inferior, and that gay people are a threat to hetero culture and way of life. These are all man-made social constructs to explain things we're either too ignorant to understand or things we fear will take away our white privilege. And man made religion. Every cult, ideology, religion, denomination, sect, belief system, whatever you want to call it, has always been created by a man. Now, I'm sure there's a few religions that were created by traditional females. That's fine. If you know of any, put them in the comments. I definitely love learning more about world religions. That's when I figured out that a lot of Christianity is similar to Hinduism, Buddhism, and a lot of other religions. A lot of the myths of Europe and Asia sound very similar to the Bible. And Jesus was not the only baby born to a virgin who died. Okay. So, I think they all share notes and tweak certain things to be different, to be set apart from other religions. But all religions and belief systems all have one thing in common. They want comfort. They want to understand how the world works. They want to be able to go to sleep at night and think, you know what? This must be how the world works. They don't have any evidence that it works that way, but it's better to believe a lie during a time when people couldn't or didn't have the technology to know the difference than to wonder each day if we're going to die. And I enjoy learning about religions, but I know that they're all false. There is no belief system that is true. And I don't care if people are religious. I don't care if people believe in creationism or any belief system. When they start voting to take away gay rights and women's suffrage and women's reproductive rights, that's when it becomes wrong. I can believe there's no God, but I would never vote to take away someone's right to go to church and be comforted. Even if I believe the religion is a lie, I'm not going to take away people's ability, right, and freedom to believe whatever they want to. And if I don't want to get an abortion, I would never vote to take it away from anyone else. How people live their lives, as long as everyone's 18, consenting, and they do what they want with their life, I don't care what you believe. I think religion, if done right, doesn't have to be a force for evil. But it always works out that way, doesn't it? No matter the good things religion occasionally does will ever outweigh and negate the bad things they've done or are currently doing. They can't. They just can't. And I don't want to live in a lie. And when you research, a lot of these people who created these religions, sects, denominations, belief systems, they were awful people. I mean, I grew up as a Calvinist and Southern Baptist Convention member. Southern Baptist people have the highest Protestant CSA and SA statistics in North America. Calvinism The founder, he burned people at the stake for daring to believe differently than him, even though the people he killed believed in the same God he did. I learned all about Mormonism and Catholicism, and it's just not good. Because most of the founders were awful people. Some were actually wanted by the government, like Joseph Smith. But I don't care how people worship and how they live their life. It all comes down to, do they take away the rights, privileges, and freedom from other people? Are they spouting lies about people they have no clue what kind of people they are? That's when religion is bad. When religion doesn't protect the vulnerable, it becomes evil. And man-made God, man-made religion, man-made creationism. Back during a time when they just didn't have the technology and scientific knowledge, or they didn't need a religion.